All right, let's talk about the weather because that's what everybody's talking about. Keith Marler put together a forecast for us, and yeah, let's just see what we've got coming into Saturday. Keith?
Well, Amy, we've got ourselves some snow coming, but not really until tonight. Today is nice and quiet, which is good news. We get to anticipate it as we go on through the day today. And coming off of a blustery day yesterday, it is kind of nice just to take a step back. Today, though, we do see those clouds build for the day today. Anything you need to get done today, more power to you. It's nice and quiet. We might pop a couple of flurries once we get on into your evening plans, but accumulating snows, they wait probably until around or after midnight tonight. Some of that snow could be heavy at times after midnight tonight. We do pick up a winter weather advisory at midnight that takes us through the day on Saturday. We could pick up 1 to 2 inches of snow into tomorrow morning, 1 to 3 inches of snow, into tomorrow morning, and then an additional couple of inches of snow between the time you wake up and noontime tomorrow. And then by tomorrow afternoon, it all pushes on off towards the west and gets on out of here as we go on into tomorrow afternoon, leaving us with a little fluff to clean up. Probably the most we've seen in quite a while because it's been a while. It's been a very weak winter. A lot of our snows this winter, we've only picked up 10.9 inches of snow, not even 11 inches officially. 10.9 inches of snow for the entire winter season so far, and only one of those snows that we've seen has been of any significance. That was back in December. Every other snow has pretty much been an inch burst here or there. Most of our snow events have been of the inch plus or minus variety. We have a winter weather advisory for the viewing area that you see here. Winter storm watch still in effect for parts of Wisconsin. That'll be either slid into an advisory, maybe upgraded to a warning. The deeper you go into Wisconsin, that's where you see better chances for picking up maybe some 5, 6, 7 plusers out there on a more wide scale basis. But for most of us in the advisory zone, it's just a generic easygoing swath of 3 to 6 inches of snow. Now, there might be some isolated 7s, maybe some isolated 8s deeper into Wisconsin, but a generic 3 to 6 inches of snow in there. Because of our high snow ratios, it'll be very, very splotchy. You might end up with a 3 or 4 in your neighborhood, and you go 2 miles away, and those folks have a 6. A mile from there, it's down to a 4 again. So it's not even banded as much as it is just polka dotted across our area. 1 to 3 is on either side of that, kind of banded about on the edges of that winter weather advisory zone, but a very dry, a very fluffy snow. There's not a lot of wind with this either, so we're not talking about blowing snow concerns. The only visibility issues come with the heavier bursts of snow, and that'll probably be even before sunrise tomorrow morning. Again, the higher amounts will probably be over the Wisconsin side, where we'll see the 4 to 7 plusers as a whole. For a snow timeline, here's what we're thinking. Today, day side today, peaceful. Just quiet as the clouds thicken at 23. Even any of your evening plans should be relatively quiet with just a few flurries. The accumulating snows don't really get going until around or after midnight. Then we could see some heavy snow at times. 18 for your overnight low, picking up anywhere from 2 to 3 inches of snow by the time we get on into maybe 6 or 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Then an additional 1 to 3 inches of snow over the course of morning by lunchtime tomorrow with a high of 22 in the afternoon. Then it's just cleanup of that fluffy snow with a high snow ratio, meaning it's a dry snow. Doesn't make good snowballs, doesn't make a good snowman, but it does make it a little easier on the back to try to shovel or even leaf blow. You can snow blow it, or you can try to grab that leaf blower if you have a powerful one enough to get that metro storm total of about 3 to 6 inches plus off the ground. Amy, back over to you.
All right, Keith, thank you. I ran into Cody this morning and I was asking him, the forecast, not so much in this building, but when you're on social media or online earlier in the week, it was like, oh, we're going to get a ton of snow. And I like to ask Cody these things because he's really good at putting kind of the science into perspective in sort of a way that we can all understand. And he was trying to describe the process, not of forecasting, but of what can happen and some of the variables. And I thought it was really interesting. So we asked him to try to explain it to us. So Lauren went out and here's what we got. I think it's pretty interesting.
All right, more snow is coming to the Twin Cities area, but Cody is here to tell me about why we're not so quick to talk about how much snow is coming.
Yeah, so we have this like 24-hour rule for Fox 9 just because there are a lot of factors that go in. And this isn't an excuse, this is just reality. We actually have to wait for the storm to come in off the Pacific. It hits a bunch of data points along the Pacific coast, then we get a much better look at how the storm is and then we issue our forecast. That way we're not constantly adjusting.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people are wondering, how much am I going to get? How much am I going to get? But for this event in particular, there could be a wide range of results.
It's a huge range. There's truth that every snowflake is different. They all pack differently, and so it's different than obviously the summer. Like, so this is a 1/4 inch of liquid. A 1/4 inch of liquid always looks like a 1/4 inch of liquid, but then this turns into snowflakes. They all pack differently. The different shapes pack differently, and so your 1/4 inch of liquid, this, can either turn into 2 inches of snow, or it could turn into 10 inches of snow.
Whoa.
So 2 inches is like the concrete. So like this, the back-breaking snow, you're shoveling, you're like, this is terrible. It's only 2 inches, how is it this heavy? The 10 inches of snow is the super fluff. So it's very, very fluffy. It blows around really well, but it's one of those where you throw it on your hand and go, it blows everywhere. It feels fake.
Not great for making snowmen, but you said great for sledding, right?
Great for sledding. Also, so we give a range. This time around, probably somewhere between 3 and 6 in the Twin Cities. So we give that range because we don't really know where it's going to end up. So it's our best scientific guess, and every neighborhood's going to be different. It all packs differently. So you just take and run. At least we're getting some real snow.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's why people see ranges on the map when you guys are talking about these events ahead of time.
We're trying to figure out the fluff factor of this liquid.
The fluff factor.
There you go.
Remember that. All right, we'll just have to see what happens this weekend.
Indeed.
Cody,
enjoy the snow.
Thank you. Back to you, Amy.